Hello to all my friends out there. Hi, you guys. Hello to all my new friends out there. It is really amazing. I was telling one of the women, she was mentioning her channel is growing slow. So did mine, maybe one or two subscribers. And I still don't have that many, but the ones I have are really, really good. So I really appreciate all of you. And I would like to ask you to like, comment, and subscribe. It really helps me. And I really appreciate it. And I write the good comments in a big notebook. So just get a big notebook and write the good recipes, the good comments. And I have tons of good recipes and ideas. And I'm on notebook number 2. Okay, now, let me see if this thing is going. Okay. As you know, I've been working on the law of attraction, and so what I've been doing is speed viewing the videos for a day. And in 12 years, in 12 days, I should have 1 year accumulated knowledge. Okay, when you cram, because I am an expert on cramming, you don't learn it as well as somebody who methodically learns things. The methodical method is the best, but what you can do is you can go back after you cram and you can review videos, 1 or 2. I've watched some of them a couple times and it's starting to click. So I was thinking about my hairdressing videos and I go, wow, it was such a negative experience in a lot of ways, especially towards the end, and it really left a sour taste in my mouth so bad that for 2 years I wouldn't even do my hair. Oh, if you guys live in the East County and you're near Parkway Plaza, I found a really good hairstylist, Sarah in J.C. Penney's. I just happened to be walking there and I saw the sign, you know, they had a sign come in, and I had worked there years ago, and it was a nice salon. I worked in that mall many years. So I went up there and I cut my own hair first because I was, you know, afraid to let anyone cut my hair. But she went over my hair and it's 100 times better. And so every 2 months I will go in for a trim, and I'm very glad I found her. So, I thought about a lot. The hair trade was my lost years because I don't even have memories of doing hair. I would do hair from 8 in the morning till 8 at night. But I was doing this law of attraction thing, and it says for every bad there is an equivalent good. And I thought, well, yeah, well, okay, I'm going to try to think of some. Okay, Father of Lights, I'm going to try to think of some, but it's really left a negative taste in my mouth. So I thought, okay, I did get my son through college 6 years. That was positive, and I was doing hair as well. And one of the salons I worked in actually laid me off right before my son was going to graduate, yes, from college. And what happened, there was a call, and back to J.C. Penney, that's why I'm very loyal to them. A lady I had worked for years ago offered me a job, and I said, oh, hell yeah, I'll take it, because I was like your ex-wife, and it was the grand opening of a hair chain. So they usually would hire me to do the grand openings, but I knew that it wasn't going to last because they're not going to pay me that much once it was supposed to go into commission. But it was right down the street from the lady that had fired me, and I knew she was totally unstable, and I knew she fired me because she was trying to get into a position to sell after the salon stabilized. So I'm thinking of this stuff, and I thought, well, you did learn how to rapidly stabilize after job losses and after bad things would happen, and that is a real blessing, because I would have to get a new job and be hysterical most of the time. So let me show you something in case you think. Here is a salon I worked in. Let me see if you guys can see this. I realized all you have to do. Here is a salon I worked in, and this is a pretty nice salon. And then here is a barber shop. Here's me. Can you see me? And in this was a very terrible beauty shop I worked in, but I got my station on the front page, and these are some men. Look at how handsome I got my station on front page on Pinterest. I still have some posts up there, so I realized, okay, it wasn't totally a lost cause, because in a few weeks I can pull myself together, or anybody if I was willing. I was so disgusted with the hair trades that somebody gave me a really, really nice shop and I wouldn't take it. That's how sick to death I was. Oh, and thanks for giving me that salon. The only reason I didn't post it is we were afraid people you didn't give it to might feel bad, but I really, really appreciate it, and nothing is worse than an ingrate. But at my age, I don't know how much time I have left. You know, my ex-husband's girlfriend died. She went to the emergency room and had 4 heart attacks and died, and we're really sad about that. So that's the reason I didn't take the salon, because I don't know how much time I have left. But I realized that the ability to stabilize in a really bad situation is a real blessing, and I'll get to that in a minute. So I went through everything that I viewed as negative, and actually there was an equivalent good when I started thinking that way. So the other time was when I had to move. And I had the option of moving in 60 days, but I took the option to move in 4 days, and within 5 days, the place I am now is 100% better. I have no issues over parking in my own parking place and a multitude of other things. One of my brothers, the one with money, he said, that was the luckiest day of your life. And I go, yeah, that's true. He said that because he delivered flowers to me, and I go, oh no, you know it's a bad area, and I drove as fast as I could. The flowers were gone. So that was one very disgusting thing that happened. And the florist goes, well, go and ask all the neighbors if they took them. I go, yeah, right. Okay, and the other thing that I was able to do and stabilize very quickly is on my birthday, I got deathly sick and had to go to the emergency room. And that's the second time when my tongue started bleeding. I was on the way to the emergency room and it stopped. And what caused me to go to the emergency room is I swallowed a gigantic clot and it was still bleeding. And I thought, if that happened in my brain, I don't even want to think what happened. So I went to the emergency room, and I don't appreciate the follower who tries to minimize the severity of the ailment. I was damn sick. But I stabilized very quickly. I went through I got a good doctor. I went through every possible thing it could be, and I couldn't really pinpoint anything, but I thought, you better lose weight. So that's why I'm on the diet. And I'm just going through everything it could possibly, and believe it or not, if you notice, I did videos. But those came from the years of doing hair when I would do hair in no matter in what condition. So on my birthday, I got to the emergency room, and I was, that day on my birthday, I was 65 years old. And what happened is I didn't notify, I don't know what it is when you're 65, and so the insurance was not the same. And so because, you know, I was previously a Kaiser patient, they said, okay, you have 30 days to take care of it. And I thought, well, with any luck, I hope I'm not back here in 30 days. But anyway, so we had to take care of it, and I'll get into that in a minute. So now I want to talk about the credit card thing a little bit. This is about small credit cards. Okay, some of your credit cards could have a small payment, and those are kind of the easiest things to manage. And so you could go to the swap meet, you could gather all your stuff up, if provided you have stuff. But if you don't have stuff, you're going to keep your eye out, and if stuff is left curbside, like the other day, you know, I got the tape player. People still like to buy those, and I want to sell the remotes because the tape players themselves are expensive to mail, but I have to check my remote out and make sure the thing works. Okay, so I have a watcher on this sundress, and what I do, I hope you can see it, it's very, very cute. Look at the cute hem. And lace in the back. Just because you have a watcher doesn't mean it's going to sell, but it could. And I have a watcher on this lace dress. This is super cute. See the cutouts up here? The thing about this lace dress is it's my size, so you know, if it doesn't sell, hey. Okay, and then I started doing these things with like items. Okay, so if you have credit cards between $25 and $40, and you can make $20. If I go to the swap meet, I make $100. So, you know, put that in the back of your mind. So now I'm selling like items, and I have a faux, I don't sell these for a lot, a faux patent leather skirt. These will never go out of style because of who, you guys? Versace. And then I was watching, this is why I'm studying this fashion design. These are flats, but super cute with an ankle strap. These are super cute. And so I was watching Chanel, the Chanel fashion shows, all flat shoes. The pointed toes are new. And I sold these very reasonable. I offered these. And then I have these adorable thongs for the right girl with a big giant faux diamond, patent leather. So my shoes are faux patent leather and my skirt. And then I will list this little purse. This is cute, just perfect. I won't sell it for much, but it doesn't cost much to mail. So the thing with the small cards is if you can generate a little money, then you can pay your cards down. Okay, so when I got sick, and I didn't know that I had an insurance lapse, I went to get my Social Security, and $125 was not there, and I thought, wow, what happened? And I didn't realize at the time this was very serious. I just thought, you know, something's happened. So I went to the Social Security office, and they said, well, it's been taken out because you have to pay for your Medicare Part B. And so I have to, you know, do my application for this Medicare Part B. And furthermore, I want Kaiser. I mean, that could have been so much worse if I didn't get that good doctor. So when I was calling for this application for the insurance, I didn't realize how totally and incredibly low my income was. And so the lady said, do you have food? And I go, yes, I do have food. And she said, well, you qualify for EBT, and you can go to the food pantries. And you know, I never really thought about it, but I had been watching video after video after video, and one of the videos is What to Do When You're Broke, Brendan.com. And I thought, you know what, I am going to take his advice, and I'm speed watching all of his videos. And the first thing is, be honest. Where are you right now? And I thought, well, I could have died. $125 of my money was missing. And by the sound of this woman, normally I should have been expected to be starving. But, you know, I had my stockpile, and this is why, like, good, bad, or ugly, I post this stuff. You go, well, that is stupid. Well, okay. But if you can make yourself a pan of corn soup with some toast, maybe a peanut butter sandwich. I mean, I have nothing against peanut butter sandwiches. Go to the food bank. So I will be going to the food pantries. They're giving me a list. And I thought, yes, you should be honest. You should evaluate this situation and stabilize as quickly as you can. Okay, now I want to mention something about the coronavirus. Do I think the coronavirus issue is over? No, I don't. I was in Walmart, and I saw these two people, Asians, walking with masks. And I go, wow, they're really paranoid. And so I started thinking, what's going on here? Well, maybe someone at their house has it. And I thought, yeah, that's possible. Maybe they have it. Yeah, that's possible. But the probable issue is if you flew in from China, you could have been exposed by other people on the flight, and so you don't want to infect other people. And I thought that was the probable cause. And so after seeing that, I thought, I will find those masks. Okay, now this is pretty exciting. I'm doing the feng shui. I do 5, 6, 7 things at once, which you're not supposed to do. You're supposed to concentrate on one thing. But then, you know, I get more done. You saw my beauty shop and my barber shop. I used to use those photos and ads. I used to run cheap ads, and they used to tell me they're not going to work. They always worked. Okay, so I grew this plant. I have to spray my plants with 5 drops of water in a spray bottle because the bugs ate down my roses. I mean, there's no roses leaves left. But I grew this, and so this is one thing I grew on my balcony, but this is the more exciting thing. Let me see. I want to make sure you guys can see this. See this? What I did is I took the seeds out of the food that I eat, and I planted them, and something sprouted. So, very important to grow our own food. Okay, now about the issue, the poor running out of vegetables, fruit, and crackers. Okay, I think next to fresh vegetables, the way to be going would be an assortment of frozen vegetables in the freezer. And as for fruit, you know, I bought, I think it was yesterday, those fruits marked down 50% off. I also bought vegetables. And, you know, when that lady was talking, it was like, oh, I never realized how bad it could be, you know. It's one thing you've got food storage, but, you know, nobody should be too lofty. Just like me that day. I started getting sick the day before. Okay, and then bread by marked down crackers, even croutons. I've been eating croutons on my diet. So that is all I have for today. Please like, comment, and subscribe, and God bless you all. And thank you for watching. I really appreciate it, and I hope it's helpful. But I know it's going to be helpful if you watch these videos over time. And the person that helps the most, me trying to help you, is me. Just think about when I got sick, if I was sitting in here and I was hungry and sick. Okay, you guys, see you soon.